Yep, gotcha.
Okay. I'm speaking on the mob's behalf, the Guring-gai Garigal people. I'm part of the Garigal mob descending from Bungaree. Bungaree was the chief of the Garigal people, including where Patagram project is. We have been recognised by the federal government that we are the custodians of the area, been allowed to apply and successfully granted an Indigenous Land Use Agreement, NI 2020-001. This Elliot is less than 3 kilometres away from this development. This is not native title. To gain native title, you first must prove your genealogy and your lineage to the subject area, which was done, which allowed us to apply and gain the Elliot. Then this Elliot was approved unopposed. First time an Elliot was approved unopposed. The Garigal mob are opposed to this development. The development area is significant in its Aboriginal Dreamtime stories and its high conservation bushlands. The Aboriginal heritage study by BIOS is inadequate. The process is a new way to move forward on developments, and the parts of the process could be overlooked, as in the ACAR report is normally done by Aboriginal stakeholders, and the Aboriginal land councils are stakeholders, but in this case they are also the developer. So the developer, Metro, should have stepped back and to show total independence, leaving less chances of any Commonwealth intervention. In this report, Metro had 4 field officers, one being the CEO of the landowners. So they're doing their own assessment. This report only shows the physical presence of our elders, as the carvings, the footprints, the shields, the man, the kangaroo, patagram. What it doesn't show is our Dreamtime stories, our songlines, our super Dreamtime highways, and our spiritual culture. I've been allowed to tell a small part of a Dreamtime story that comes from the area, including this development site. The Banksias. The Banksia pods are our eyes of our elders. When our elders pass, they watch us through the eyes of the pods. There are many Banksias on this site, so you'll be taking away our elders' eyes, away from us, breaking our cultural spirits to our elders that have passed. This really saddens us. The shields tell us that it is a gathering place for Guring-gai, men and women. The large shield has six segmented, which it indicates it's both men and women. If the shield had only one vertical line, that tells us it's Guri, men. 2 horizontal lines indicate it's Ngai, women. This report is one-dimensional. It's a bit of paper with pictures on it. You need to have seen the site to understand what will happen to these 2 shields. What is proposed is a green space to them, and to the west is a steep incline. And houses would be put on top of this hill, and then these houses will cast shadows over them every afternoon. This would change the cultural spirit of them. Would the English allow a house to be put near Stonehenge so they could cast a shadow over them every afternoon? This is what's being proposed here. A recommendation to put a fence around the 2 shields to protect them from the public being damaged due to more people coming into the close proximity because of the development. The thought of putting a fence and caging them in breaks our hearts. These cultural shields should be freely accessible to our culture. Continuance and possibilities of this could stop us in our cultural continuance in any future native land title claims. This site contains many cultural plants, such as the G-bungs. On this site, they've just come to an end of a season. The G-bungs are a source of food and medicines. We use the G-bungs to get rid of the staph infection. So you're taking away a site away from us, which is a good site for food and medicines.
Of its regrowth.
In summary, the land development Metro should have not taken part in any reports, making it truly independent, including the Aboriginal Heritage Report, so it can be tightly compliant, free of bias, and perceived by bias. In 2015, Metro received a grant for the protection of this area and other sites for its cultural significance, but now their view has changed. So the site had little significance and now been allowed to be developed. Why the cultural change? I hope I have given you a small brief on the spiritual culture on this site. Please consider what you will be taking away from us, the Garigal Guring-gai people, and you reject this development. Thank you, Nana.
Thanks, Steve.